Good morning, everyone. Wow, it's a windy day. We're back in Jeju City, probably my favorite city here on Jeju Island. I just want to have a little walk around, a little chat with you about what we've been up to. And while we do, keep your eyes on the road. So we've just spent 3 weeks down in the southern part of the island, Seogwipo and a few areas around there. We've had a really good time. It's quite stormy, it's monsoon season. There's a real strong wind. Oh, have a look at this place. I love this place. It's a junkyard, it's like Steptoe's yard. This guy has it really is a tip, but he's got every piece of equipment. Refrigerators here, a giant mixing stand, washing machines. Our hotel is there, and this piece of land that this guy owns must be worth a fortune, because on each corner you've got the CU on this corner, we've got a GS25, and right here is where 7-Eleven would love to have their side of the corner, or their third corner. I'm going to take you out for a walk. Jeju Island. It is on the southernmost tip of South Korea, and it seemingly is South Korea's answer to Hawaii. Everybody comes here, and it's super cheap actually to come to Jeju. The flights here from Seoul can be as little as $30-40. Have a look at this crossroads. I've got to go back now. Wow, can you see the wind? It's my long hair blowing in the wind. This is a typical Korean crossroad. I don't even know if the mic will work, even though it's got the cover on it. I'm not sure it will work in this sort of wind. You have a look at this crossroads here. So all these guys are coming towards us now, across what could have been just a roundabout. Could have put a nice roundabout in here. Yet it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 junction crossroads. And the cars can come right out halfway into the road. And then this section that I'm on here, this is a sort of, if you're turning right, you can swing by on this side. If you're turning right from this junction, and you sort of swing by those yellow lines down here, it's all quite complicated. It seems to work, but it seems very complicated. When we arrived here on Jeju, we discovered there was a fascinating round island hike called the Jeju Oli Trail. And Michelle and I set off to do this trail, section 18, which starts here in Jeju City, on a day not dissimilar to this, not so windy. And there's a video out there, so you can see the whole section 18, and we've actually done some other sections subsequently. But it was too hot. The sun was super bright. So we thought we'd go down to the south of the island, to Seogwipo, and do some more sections. Now, would you believe it? In 3 weeks of being down in Seogwipo, southern tip of the island, it never stopped raining. Just literally didn't stop raining. And it is monsoon season. So we didn't know that. We don't know when monsoon. You know how we travel, right? I'll talk to you about hotels in a minute. But you know how we travel. Somebody said to me, I got a message from a friend. He said, oh, where will you be in sort of September? And I said, we don't know. We didn't know we were going to be in South Korea 2 weeks before we came here. So yeah, we're down in Seogwipo, as I like to call it, and it's just raining. raining and raining and raining. And the mist, we actually took one hotel and we paid a little extra so we could have a view of the volcano when we first arrived, Mount Halasan, which is a semi-active volcano. And from our window, not once did we even peek it. We were there for a week. We didn't even get one glimpse of it because there was just a mist all the time. So we changed hotels, and it wasn't the best hotel, to be honest. We changed hotels to a lovely hotel. It was called Shinchin. S-H-I-N. Highly recommend it. Lovely hotel. And I will be talking to you a little bit more about hotels in this episode because I think people are often interested. Why don't we share our hotels? And I'm going to answer that. Why don't we share our hotel information? Because everybody, all travel vloggers, they share their hotels. And we did do in the early stages. But I'll explain to you in a moment why we don't tend to share our hotels. You take a look at what the guys do to their delivery bikes here. This is fairly unique to Korea as far as I've seen. They put all these little toys on the back and they quite often have a boom box. So this here is probably just a music box. This guy's obviously not been going so long. He's only got one little thing on there and he hasn't got his boom box yet. You can see this one eats and runs. That one's got the boom box. I get sidetracked, but I will get sidetracked as I walk around. By the way, this hotel we're staying in is called Top Island Hotel, and it's in Jeju City, and I highly recommend it. It's not the most fancy rooms, but the staff are lovely. The rooms are clean. It's really well located in pretty much the center of Jeju City. You're not right in the center. It's about 10 minutes walk this way, 10 or 15. But it really is a superb hotel, highly recommend. So we decided in the end that we weren't going to be able to do these Jeju Ollie runs because firstly, somebody fallen over on a bike here, or just dropped her bike. A young girl down here, you probably can't see it on the camera, she's just picked that bike up, it was laying on its side. Hope she's okay. I think she's just struggling. See if I can help. I don't think she needs help. Does she need help? We'll see. She might do. Oh. You okay? You okay? Is the bike okay?
Bike is okay.
Yeah? Can I help at all now? No worries. I think she's just struggling in this wind. It's really strong. Oh, I feel like I should help. This, I think, is the Tangerine shop. This place does everything tangerine related. Should we have a little sneaky look inside? I'll keep the camera down. Just a quick look. Oh, music. We're going to have music in here, though. So this is a tangerine shop. Everything tangerine. Little samplers, little tastes here. You can actually pop in these places. And I think if I take a little toothpick, I can get a tangerine flavored piece of mochi here. Oh dear. 2. I'm going to get 2. I'm not eating 2 at once. So everything in this place has got little tangerine logos on it. Oh, there's the volcano there, and the little grandfather stones. Little tangerine cards. I think I meant to put the cover down. Let me just take one more. Oh. What is this, sweet potato? Little food stop. Let's get out of here before I get rumbled. Ooh. Bright sunshine. Let me just get rid of this toothpick. These cigarette stubber outers. Yeah, now my mouth is all full of mochi. If you want anything sort of mementos from the island here, that's a good little store. It has absolutely everything. The prices are quite reasonable. Michelle and I have been in there and bought a few trinkets. No souvenirs, just things that we can eat, basically. So while we were down in Sogipo, it just rained and it rained almost every day. But we still really enjoyed it. The rain wasn't dreadful. Is this the same girl coming up here now? Not sure. Maybe she's just practicing. I think she's just practicing. It's the same girl, pretty sure. See if she does all right this time. She's doing okay. Hello. 안녕하세요. Look at this. We've been here over a month now, and every day this bike is just tied to the door handles of this shop. There's a notice, maybe it'll tell you what it says, but inside, I don't think you can probably see in there, just other bikes and junk. It's really troubled me. I mean, troubled me. It hasn't troubled me. Perplexed me. It's one of those little things I've been thinking about it. I'll be honest, it hasn't kept me awake at night or anything. The only times I really think about it is that each time I pass it, and I must have walked past it 20 or 30 times because every day I'm out walking at least once or twice. Here's our local 7-Eleven. You want to have a look in the 7 as well? So, before we go in there, we really enjoyed Sogipo. I mean, it's a lovely city. It was super humid. Even today is quite humid because the temperatures are getting up to 82 Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius. And because of the constant rain, it's almost like a soup. It's humidity like you have never experienced before. I don't know what percentages, but humidity like you've never experienced before. And so it was hard to go out and do very much, but we still did go out every single day. And I love that city. It was great. But my favorite city is this one, Jeju City. Jeju City itself has got, in my opinion, more real Jeju than the much more touristic side of Sogipo. Anyway, let's go in 7. So pull. You can't. These doors are fixed. You can't pull or push this one. You've got to read this one and say pull. And now we're inside the 7-Eleven. And over on the corner here, you can get cash machine. Pretty much like 7-Elevens all over the world. There's coffees and microwaves to warm things up. Hello, 안녕하세요. Beers and sodas, and then endless hot noodles, cookies. Oh, get me away from here. Oh, I'm going to be fasting today. I shouldn't have had those mochi. It's one of my fasting days. We're sort of alternate day fasting still, but that's for another video. I love the cooler center here. Look, over here you've got, these are phenomenal. This is a gimbap. It's rolled sushi, all cut up into individual pieces. This one's a tuna, about 2,000 prices on there. Can't see it with my sunglasses on. 2,600, I think. This one's probably a little more or similar. Actual onigiri. Because I made actually a cooking video on how to make onigiri, I still call them, but it's not what they call them here, and I forget the name, the Korean name for them. But these are about 1,000 to 1,200 for onigiri, and then they've got these pre-made, fully made meals here that you can heat up in the microwave. They've got chicken legs, kimchi, soft drinks. The girl's been very sweet. I'm not going to film her. Wines, selection of wines if you like. yellowtail, Aussie yellowtail in every corner of the world. Barely sold in Australia, but sold everywhere. And it's very cheap in Australia, but here it's like 27,000. Let's get out of this place. So push on this door. I really should hit the subject because I don't want to make this video too long. Why we don't share the hotels that we're staying in. Why we don't share the details of the hotels we're staying in. It's mainly because, and I don't want to be boastful, but we really do get some amazing deals, and we have to. We've been traveling now for 8 years, over 8 years now, constantly. And if I haven't stayed in 1,000 or more hotels in those years, I'd be surprised. Airbnbs as well, hotels. And I realised that in the early stages, I think we shared the odd hotel and said the prices that we got. The problem we have is that, for instance, let me explain. I think it might be actually easier to explain an example, and then you can decide for yourself. But we had a hotel in Sogipo. Busy on this street. I think I might turn off this big street and go down the alleyways. So we had a hotel in Sogipo. This is a GS25. These are the CUs, and the GS25s are my favourite. It's much better than 7-Elevens, I've got to be honest. And you can see this one here. I won't go in this time, but you can have a little look. Cleaner, better organised. Touch the glass. You can see. Actually, the guy in that one's lovely. He's an absolute hoot. He managed to actually upsell me some bananas the other day, and they were really good bananas. But he said, I have them every day. And you can see the wind. Oh. Will you get to the point, Steve? Oh, there's no way the sound, even with this fluffy duck on here, is going to work today. I think I'm going to have a video you guys will never see. We just get off this road and into an alleyway. So in the early days we used to share, but Michelle and I have been travelling for 8 years, would you believe? I mean, it's going to be, the next turnover is going to be 9 years, which is sometime in I think March, April. Let's go down, let's get away from the wind, go down this little alley. And we tend to have to be pretty frugal with our travelling, to the point, making sure we get a good deal. Can't get out of this wind. Making sure we get a good deal on hotels is paramount, because look, a lot of people will say, oh, $100 a day, so good for a hotel. But you imagine, let me just stand in this corner a moment. You imagine $100, that's over $3,000 a month for a room with a toilet and shower. Where's this guy stopping? He's as lost as I am. Ah, there was a crossover. These streets are so narrow, but they're also two-way, so they have to wait. So we can't be paying, $100, $150 for a hotel. I mean, our money would run out so quickly at those sort of prices. Can you imagine? $3,500, $4,000 a month. And consequently, over the years, we've learnt to be able to find really good places. I didn't film the last hotel, or if I did, I don't think I did, but it was a really nice hotel. We had washing machines, little kitchenette, very modern bathroom, overlooking the sea. I think actually I might have done a live stream from it so you could see the room. No, we didn't do a live stream from that one. That was the previous one. And I met a guy from Australia in this hotel, and he was also staying in the same hotel. And when I told him the price we were paying for our room, he was like, oh, that seems wrong. I'm paying at least double that. And we hear this time and time again. We spent quite a few months in Japan some years ago, and we were staying in a really nice little apartment, small, petite, it was Japan after all, but it had every facility that you could possibly want. And we were paying, so here's a CU. The CUs are called Nice to See You. I don't think that's their actual names, I think they're just called CUs. And they're also a really good convenience store, what do they call them? Forgot the name, convenience store. So the whole time we were spent in Japan, we met several couples who were paying, who got what they thought were really good deals, maybe $1,500 a month on an apartment. And I always remember Michelle and I were paying for this apartment around about 700 Australian dollars, which is close to $500 a month for our apartment. We met an American couple who were paying $1,500 US and thought they were on a steal. And likewise, Korea is an expensive part of the world to be in. So this is the GS that we saw, but this is their service station. So a bit like 7-Eleven, they got the gas stations as well. So down in Seogwipo, we got this lovely place. We're paying around about 40 Australian a night, which is 30 US dollars a night for this place in what is the heart, right in the very center of the city, so the heart of Seogwipo. And nobody gets those sort of deals, so it's hard for me. If I go in and I say, oh wow, look, this hotel, we're paying, it's really nice, we're getting $30 a night, you're not going to get that price. I can't even begin to share with you that information because it's not that it's personal, it's just that we have a certain method and it works for long-term travelers. It really doesn't work for people that are just going away on a holiday. So yeah, that's the reason I stopped sharing the hotels in the end, because I felt that by sharing the hotels, I have to share the price. And if I share the price, people won't either believe us or they'll think it's, we're not, how do you do that? How are you getting those prices? But we generally have budgeted over the years to pay no more than about $700 or $800 Australian a month for our accommodation. And you can imagine that isn't easy to do if you're just going away for a week. I mean, some people go on holiday, they'll spend $2,000 or $3,000 a week on their accommodation. So that's basically the reason I don't share the hotels, is because firstly, you won't appreciate me sharing the hotels and not telling you the prices, and you basically won't be able to get or believe the prices we pay for accommodation. So it's not what our channel's about. We're not like a lot of travelers just paying the first price they can find, and then we can share it and you can get a similar deal. You're unlikely to be able to get the deals that we can get. Hey, little pussycat. Oh, sorry. You're unlikely to be able to get the deals that we can get. And I can't explain in a single video how we do it. And to be honest, I probably may never explain how we do it, because it doesn't relate to most people. It doesn't relate to 99% of travelers. All I can say is if you're a seasoned traveler, like we are, then to be honest, you probably already know most of the tricks. And if you're away on holiday, there's loads of other content creators that show hotels. So, if you're going to a city, just get on to YouTube and Google and search hotels in those areas. It'll give you some pretty good deals. And those scooters, they have them all over South Korea. We can't seem to get them because you need a Korean bank account to get the app. So I'd love to have a go on them, but we can't. So, gone off topic again. Scorching hot today. We haven't seen sun like this. I didn't see any sun like this down in Seogwipo. We're just back up here in Jeju City, and straight away it's almost too hot to walk, and beautiful. We go back to the old ways of traveling. I'm out at midday, you know, maybe 1 o'clock in the middle of the day, and we will go back to going out early or late, and not going out in this midday sun, which is just too much. So I'm going to head back now. Let me just show you the streets a little bit more. We are heading to a new city quite soon. Well, I say quite soon, soon for us, in about a week or 10 days. We're heading to a new city. I'm going to spend a bit more time here in Jeju, get some editing done, and catch up with ourselves, which we are very close. Most of the videos you're seeing at the moment are within days of them being made, which is always good. And Kia morning. I am a little bit lost now, and I want to get back before I get bright red face from the sun. Try and stay in the shade a bit. So we are heading to a new city, still here in Korea, by the way. I will give you that little insight. Somewhere we've never been before. Somewhere we literally just picked almost like a pin off the map. And somewhere I hope you guys are going to love and enjoy. And we'll continue to share with you content from all over South Korea. But we will probably not anytime soon suddenly become a hotel review channel, because I sound a bit boastful, but you're just not going to get the prices. You're just not going to get the prices. So if you see little glimmers of the hotels, if I show you them, don't ask me the price. I don't know. You're much easier to go on at the time that you're going on holiday and do your own search. I will say that Google is a really good place to start. So Google has a hotel searching app. It's a good place to start. It is never, almost never the place we would use to book from, but Google is a good start. Look at this little wall here. Is that meant to be a tangerine? Grandfather stones? Anyway, I'm going to put the camera in my pocket, check out my neighbour maps, get back to the hotel. There's a stadium of some sort here. Oh, it's so blowy. Probably not allowed in here, but oh, is it a school? No, I think it's possibly a school or a stadium. It may. I don't want to get in trouble going to filming in a school. Anyway, still at least 4 or 5 videos yet to come of Jeju Island, Jeju City. A few more still to go up from Seogwipo. I hope you've been enjoying that series. Please let us know, give your feedback, and also let me know what you think of this little walk and ramble today. I'm going to keep it closed here and short. Love you all. I will see you in the next video. Take care.
You'll find that the answer is yes.
But we weren't allowed to film, Michelle. It's a military airport as well. It's a sort of mixed military civilian airport. So it's interesting. We're not allowed to film in as we came in.